Colorado lands another massive offensive line transfer here, Matt, as Colorado lands Maryland offensive line transfer Andre Roye Jr., 6'6", 295, started 7 games at left tackles for Maryland in his career, and he's got 2 years of eligibility left. Matt, what are your thoughts on this pickup here for the Buffs?
Look, another big offensive lineman. We're not going to sit here and act like that's a bad thing. It seems like they're stacking recruits. I mean, that's good. So there's only 5 spots, though. So we'll see what happens with all these cats as they go, into the summer months and into the fall. So not being here for the spring, we'll see if that has anything to do with who plays and who doesn't. Seems like they got a lot of offensive linemen.
Yeah, if anything, depth is the way I look at it, Matt, because I don't know Roye Jr. if he's going to start. I don't know how it's going to be really interesting to see how all these pieces really lay out here. But if anything, Matt, it's depth indeed, and I think a big get for Colorado here. Matt, one thing I really talked about yesterday with Coach Leroy Frederick, coach at Alcorn State. Colorado and you mentioned this point a few weeks ago, Colorado got no excuse not to run the ball with all the size and depth they're bringing in on the offensive line room. The running back room is great as it is, and Marshall Falk is that run game coordinator, Andre Gerard, George Hageman, and Gunnar White as the O-line coaches. Matt, I think CU is poised, and I ain't got no choice but run the ball this season. I'm looking forward to it.
They better run the goddamn ball. I'm tired of them not running the football, so they can get away with it when they have Shedeur and Travis.
Yeah, they can get away with it.
They got to do it now. It's. I think it's a must. So they need to be at least relatively balanced football team. No, at some point they've got to really commit to it. So, I mean, we'll see. That doesn't mean they have to. I guess they don't have to do anything, but I think it would behoove the quarterbacks and the system and everyone involved if they ran the shit out of the football, yes.
No, absolutely. And I think, as we talk about the quarterback battle here, here's several quarterback battles across college football highlighted by Kaidon Salter versus Julian Lewis right in the middle there, Matt. I think having a run game, no matter who starts at quarterback, is going to take the pressure off of these two quarterbacks here, Matt. And I think the more as we see this offseason go, we'll really see as we get in the fall ball here and the season gets closer. But I think it's Kaidon Salter's job to lose here. And, I think Julian Lewis is an absolute hell of a player. We're really seeing him, make his ways here, so to speak, from the recruiting standpoint, hosting several recruits, I believe, including Breck and Deacon over the weekend when they visited here, and really making an impact here, helping bring future Colorado Buffaloes to Boulder here, Matt. Any comments on the quarterback system and how the run game can help improve the quarterback play in Boulder?
I mean, I would hope that a good running game will help improve everybody's play, but definitely a run-first quarterback and a rookie, I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. So, again, I'm very eager to see if they're going to and how they're going to support the new guys. So, the new guys are not Shedeur. I don't know if they have the same ability to just take over a game, and just go out there and do their own thing in order to get a dub. I don't know if that's real because I haven't seen them play yet. So yeah, I would waver towards them being more apt to be, helped by a quality run game. I would hope. Fuck, man. And again, if they don't run the football, it's a choice.
I have a question for you, Matt. In the recruiting game, if Colorado this season comes out and runs the ball and we really see some variation, we see Colorado leaning into the run game. From a recruiting standpoint, what do you think the impact of that is going into the future classes of 26, 27, and beyond?
What was that again?
So I'm saying if Colorado leans into the run game this season like we expect them to, and as we've discussed with all the size they've brought in, how do you think Colorado actually having a run game and the recruits seeing that, how do you think that'll impact recruiting going on to the future classes 26, 27, et cetera, if they see Colorado having a run game, leaning into it, and et cetera?
Well, we'll put it like this. The fact that they don't run the ball isn't helping them in recruiting.
Fair, yeah.
So, I mean, let's be real. The fact that they're not running the football consistently is not helping them get Breck and Deacon and all these other big time players that want to go somewhere where they can run the football. That's not helping. I mean, I'm not trying to like tell everybody stuff that they don't already know, I think, but like Breck and Deacon look good in their uniforms at the OV and everything's hunky dory, but we're talking about trying to like bag both of these kids and get them to play for CU. I don't know if that is feasible unless you prove that you're not just for a week or not just for 3 games. Like you have to commit to the future of it and the future of running the football in Boulder in order for serious recruitable offensive linemen to go to your school. Yeah. That, in my opinion, the SEC and the Big Ten, the SEC and the Big Ten run the ball like almost 100 to 150 times more a year than the Big 12. So
yeah, that's true.
And that's the way that they recruit against us. That is the 100% way they recruit against us. So, absolutely. It's the ability for people to use that against us is real, and they do it. So until we figure out how to counter that, and the only way you can counter that is with the action of actually showing it, I don't know how you I don't know how you recruit against it. I don't know how you like walk out and recruit point in case Breck and Deacon seriously.
Yeah.
When they're being recruited by Texas and Oklahoma and Oregon and Miami and Alabama and Georgia and shit. And all those schools are committed to running the football, and they put out, offensive linemen that are developed and skilled in doing that. So I think that's a huge, huge part of this. They've proven in Boulder that they can do the skill position thing. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I mean, I don't really think that there's a whole lot of fucking debate really on whether or not we can provide quality skill players for the NFL. I don't really think that that's debatable. And I don't think really that will be debatable moving forward. I mean, do you? I think
I agree. I'm with it.
As long as Prime's there and his coaching staff is there, I think that they will continue to excel in getting skill athletes in the door. Okay, now Coach Gerard, Gunner, and Coach Hang's jobs now are, and the general manager and everybody else, because they play parts in this because it's a business. Their job now is to convince guys in the vision, and then you've got to do it. Like you can't. I don't know how they can do another year or 2 with the discrepancies in run to pass the way they did. Like I would be eager to last year's just count how many passes in what 12 games as opposed to how many runs. Like I would bet you it's probably 10-1.
Yeah, I mean I don't know, the percentage is probably pretty close.
It's a lot. It's a lot to a little, dog. So with multiple new quarterbacks now, everybody except for the backup who's been there for 2 years, who obviously didn't think could start. You never know. I don't see how you don't change philosophies. I hope that Pat changes things up. I hope Marshall Falk has real say. I hope Coach Gerard has real say. I hope they're not just there to be like ornaments on the tree. Like, oh, look, we got another shiny ornament on the tree, and he's an NFL player and a Hall of Famer, but we're not really leaning on him to do anything from a schematic standpoint. He's just here to like recruit. Right. And he's here to like get along with the players and talk shop when they come here and be like, oh my God, that's Marshall Falk, or oh my God, that's Deion Sanders. Like that plays into it too. So name recognition is huge. So I pray to God that they actually allow these guys that they hired to do their jobs, because there's no more like, I'm very eager to see how Coach Prime coaches when he's not trying to win a football game and put his son on deck. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
Because you can't say that didn't happen.
No, I think definitely.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Because he's
exactly.
good enough for it. So I'm not hating, but I am saying that.
Yeah.
Like, think about the end of football games, like the end of North Dakota State, where they threw the ball like 6 times deep when they could have taken a knee. Like that.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Why are we stat padding right now for that? Like that. That's what I'm talking about. So,
No, good point. Yeah.
I'd like to think that they are going to change things for the benefit of the group and especially the support of the 2 quarterbacks.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the whole reason I asked that is, we had Breck and Deacon on, and I listen to them go on DMVR and all these other shows, and just talk about it. And I'm seeing your kids, get like Syracuse offers and all kinds of offers coming in through 6-0 Academy. And I wanted to get your take on that and really discuss. Colorado can bring a run game this season. I think it's going to help them tremendously when it comes to recruiting.
And I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely.